Okay, this meeting was a biannual meeting. That is, every 2 years, OECS PPS, we review quotations and offers made by pharmaceutical suppliers. We review the suppliers' bids based on price, quality, and past performance, and based on the offers presented to the tender subcommittee. And the tender subcommittee comprised the Central Medical Supplies Officer from each country. So it's a 9-member country to ensure participation and a sense of ownership into the process. And this committee, alongside with PPS as the head of unit, being the secretary of the committee, we review those bids for appropriateness and to ensure we get the best value for money. So from Monday to Thursday of this week, we reviewed supplier bids for approximately 800 items, which includes pharmaceuticals and non-pharmaceuticals. The non-pharmaceuticals included medical supplies, contraceptive products, and X-ray supplies. We reviewed those items, and based upon a collective decision of the tender subcommittee, we awarded contracts to the various suppliers. I must say, these are recommendations. These are recommendations by the tender subcommittee. Those recommendations are presented to a 3-member ministerial committee comprising of 3 ministers of health. The ministers of health have to ratify the decisions before the contracts are finalized and made available to our vendors. So this meeting took place from Monday to Thursday. Today, Friday, the 5th day of the meeting, was what is called the Technical Advisory Committee meeting, whereby we reviewed the medicines to be procured by PPS for the future, for the next 2 years. It's important to ensure that the formulary is a dynamic process so that doctors are not frustrated with having to prescribe medicines which have become obsolete. So it's a dynamic process whereby less efficacious medicines are deleted from the formulary and are replaced by those which are superseded by more efficacious products that are what they call therapeutically advantageous and give patients a better therapeutic outcome. So we want to make sure that in the spirit of public health and safety, we want to ensure that the OECS citizens are guaranteed the best possible essential list of medicines, and our formulary is based on principles established by the World Health Organization. So it's in the spirit of equity, and to ensure that we have a continuous access of medicines. On tomorrow, Saturday, is what is called a suppliers forum. Every several years, every maybe 8 years, OECS, we think it's opportune, while the tenders committee are assembled in St. Lucia, we take the advantage of inviting our suppliers, our creditors, to review the pool procurement system. We think there are issues related to payments, shelf life, purchasing contracts, what we call Incoterms, which is cost, insurance, and freight, the various modalities of shipment and various aspects of procurement. So this will take place Saturday in a very open atmosphere, because it's a partnership. It's a partnership between the buyer and the sellers. OECS PPS, we formed a monopsony, a single buyer, and it's important that we meet with our creditors to ensure that the business terms are mutually agreeable and acceptable. Well, the benefits tend to be accrued more by central governments. When we compare PPS prices to the market prices, we think that we have reduced prices by about 20%. So on the average, governments save about $4 million per year on our outturn of pharmaceuticals and non-pharmaceuticals is approximately $25 million. So we have evolved into a multi-million-dollar business. It's a commercial enterprise when you think about it. But by forming a single buyer of several suppliers in the marketplace, we have achieved economies of scale, getting the best possible prices. The prices are not, the cost benefits are not always passed on to the consumer, because medicines are sometimes dispensed free of charge to the patient or at a subsidized cost. Where it is given at a subsidized cost, of course, the cost savings are passed over to the consumer and to the patient. But the central government saves at least $4 million regionally. And what it means, we are able to stretch our limited healthcare dollar and to procure more medicines and more medical products for our citizens and our governments.